Welcome to A Quest for Metal, and today we are tackling a strange subject. Today we are talking about albums that I used to hate that I now love. These are some bands that I didn't really like, and oh boy, there's a big one. Oh boy, there's a big one. You guys are gonna be fucking slamming into the keyboard right now. I can smell it. So let's rip the band-aid off. I decided to listen to Queensryche. That's correct. Queensryche again. My distaste for Queensryche is well known on the channel. It's basically a meme at this point. But I decided to listen to Operation Mindcrime again. The second time, the first time I absolutely fucking hated it. I listened to it with Jamie. And he was like, it's one of my favourite albums. And I was like, okay, it's supposed to be good. It's one of the best concept albums of all time. It's got to be good. I fucking hated it. I hated the vocals mainly. And I hated all the interludes. I just felt like it just dragged on way too goddamn long. Fast forward to now. Re-listen to it with a clear mindset. I goddamn love the vocals on it. The vocals are so serene on this album. I don't know what I was smoking. I love the interludes because they basically help the story grow, and they're actually really cool interludes, and it kind of blends into the song to song. So it doesn't feel very abrupt, and it's not annoying. The whole album flowed perfectly. All the interludes were great. Some of the songs on here, so goddamn catchy. Revolution Calling, that chorus is going to be stuck in my head. Speak and Spreading the Disease, that's probably my favourite song on the album. So fucking good. Sweet Sister Mary, holy shit. That like 10-minute long epic. I said it was boring first time I listened to it. I must have had like a stick up my ass, because this is an amazing goddamn epic song. Yeah, I love all the songs on here. I love all the songs on here. I don't know what I was smoking, because this album's really good now. So this is one of the albums that I used to hate. You guys know, but now I love. Maybe I'll get into some more Queensryche albums. We'll know. I did listen to the debut straight after Warning, I think it is. Straight after listening to Operation Mindcrime. Still wasn't the biggest fan. The vocals are a bit really fucking annoying on that album. Maybe it'll take more listens for that, but for now, Operation Mindcrime, so fucking good. So fucking good. So I'm glad I'm into it now, so I can say that I like Queensryche now. What's going on? But before I get onto my next picks, I've got a couple more that I was doing, because after I listened to Operation Mindcrime, I was like, let's do a video on it. Let's do a video on it because it's a big fucking thing. I like it now. Whoa. So let's think of a couple of other albums that I, started to like now. And there's about 4 more. But before I get started with my next 4, put down below in the comments, what albums did you used to hate but you now love? Because it's interesting to see. Usually people go the other way. They used to love it, and now after playing it too much or it gets oversaturated, blah blah, they now hate it. But it's fun to go the other way. So pop that down in the comments because I'll read them all. And let's get started with my next 4. So coming in next, we have Imperial Triumphant's Alphaville. Was never a big fan of this on release. I even stated it in a video that I wasn't a big fan of it. It was too jazzy, too crazy, too chaotic, too dissonant, too all these buzzwords. And it wasn't really my cup of tea. Too weird, basically. Way too weird. Now, after listening to loads of, Portal, Deathspell, Gorguts, we'll get to that, this was, an easy listen. This was an easy listen. I love the kind of industrially, and I don't mean industrial in the way, industrial music, but in the whole soundscape, I guess cyberpunk kind of feel. But back in time, no, Fallout, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like Fallout. It's like if you put the Fallout soundtrack into this crazy fucking death metal, this is what you'll get. And oh boy, it's awesome. Imperial Triumphant, yeah, I didn't like it at first. Now I appreciate it for what it is. Really fun and experimental metal, so yeah. Good job. Now we just mentioned it, so Gorguts, Obscura, really wasn't into this album. Really wasn't into this, and now it's one of my favourites, and now I think it's a fucking masterpiece. Holy shit. Obscura! All the songs just bang you into the fucking ground with your face and just drag it so there's just bones left. Bloody bones. Bones! Bloody Bones. It's a great time, but you need a lot more listens. This is probably the hardest to get onto that's not English. This is probably the hardest album to get into out of all the albums I'm talking about. It's very, very difficult to get into it, but once you do, you'll love it, because you'll start remembering all the melodies in the songs and being like, oh, okay, I love that section when that drops. I love when the Limp Bizkit part comes in. I love all these different sections. Whereas you first listen to it, it's just noise. Like, come on, it's just fucking noise. But after like 100 listens, it's amazing. I know those twats who always say that in like movies or like anime. It's like, yeah, after like the 100th episode, then it gets good. It's kind of like that for Obscura. But hey, if you're one of the lucky fuckers who decided to listen to it and liked it straight away, fucking good for you. Next one is a big one, Helloween. Keeper of the Seven Keys, part 1 and 2. We're just going to put one of the ones up here. Yeah, I didn't like this. Didn't like it. Again, I said Helloween was kind of alright in my previous video, but going through all the discography, because I will be ranking them next, yeah, I had a newfound love for them, and I think the vocals are fucking amazing on it, and I don't know what I was goddamn smoking. Some of these songs are bloody amazing, and we'll get to them when I do my ranking, but yeah, I love the vocals now. Again, it was a vocal thing like Queensryche, similar kind of vocals as well, the high screechy ones. You'd think I'd like that because I like black metal, but for some reason they just rubbed me the wrong way, but now I love them. Love all these songs like Helloween, holy shit. Keeper of the Seven Keys, the song, what an epic that is. Eagle Fly Free, amazing. Now I love Helloween, one of the best power metal bands, and Keeper of the Seven Keys, both of them, fucking majestic. Which one's better though? We'll find out in another video. The last album I'm going to talk about is a band where you'd probably think I'd enjoy them. Belphagor. Yeah, I never really liked Belphagor. I always thought they were just a bit sloppy, a bit too boring compared to Behemoth and some other bands with like the catchy shit. But now I'm really getting into them. I love how fast and frantic and intense everything is. I don't know why I didn't like them at first, because I love shit like I love like all the fucking atmospheric black metal, but I also love Behemoth, Dark Funeral, Dark Fortress, all those kind of catchy bands where I put Belphagor alongside all these ones. So I don't know why that was like an outlier, but for some reason it just clicked, and the album was Lucifer, incestus, which is a great fucking title. And yeah, it didn't work for me. It was sloppy and chaotic. That's what I just thought, and I didn't like the vocals. But now I love how chaotic and crazy this album is. Love the vocals, and I think it's an actual really good album. I was going to say masterpiece, not masterpiece. It's a really good album, and I'm going to dive into Belphagor's discography more, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, we will do a ranking for them at some point. But they have an album, I think, coming out this year, hopefully, so we'll do it then. But yeah, those are just some albums that I used to hate, now I love. And some bands as well. So this is just a fun little ranty kind of video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know albums you used to hate, you now love, down below. And we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.